it's Nikki New and Journey 2 here, and welcome to our crazy keto kitchen. So we are out of the hospital, as you can see, and we are now home. And I must say, I love our nurses, and I absolutely love our ketogenic team, but there is no place like home. So we have been on the classic ketogenic diet now. Our 4-year-old has now been on the classic ketogenic diet now for 10 days. Woohoo! I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that is something to be excited about. So just to kind of catch you guys up, if you guys are just now kind of joining our channel, our daughter, she was about 2.5 years old whenever she started to experience temporal lobe epileptic seizures, and she was on medication for about those 2 years, and the medication just quit working, and now we are taking the nutrition route, the classic ketogenic diet route, to help control the seizures and hopefully eliminate the seizures, which is amazing. There's a ton of evidence-based research papers and evidence-based studies out there that show the benefits of the ketogenic diet and its ability to help eliminate and control seizures. So epileptic seizures. So I also want to say this as a disclaimer that this video is not meant to diagnose, treat, or prevent any sort of disease or illness. This is just my own account on my transition with my family and our daughter on the classic ketogenic diet. So I have gotten so one of the things that I want to address with you guys in this video is I've gotten a lot of questions from people asking, how have you been able to transition your daughter who's 4 years old on this crazy diet? And I must say, the diet actually wasn't hard to transition her on. It was the medication that was hard. So because the ketogenic diet is not it's not nutritionally adequate for a growing child. It's not nutritionally adequate for an adult even. You know, if you do a classic ketogenic diet, like the one where I'm not talking about the modified Atkins diet where you do low carb. Because a lot of people say that they're on the ketogenic diet, and really it's just like a modified Atkins diet. It's low carb, no sugar, no dairy, things like that. But if you are on a true ketogenic diet and you're being followed by a health professional and a team of people to help you, monitor your blood levels, because those things are necessary to be you have to get those things monitored, just because of the health risk that can come along with a diet like this. Journey gets blood work done we'll get blood work done every 3 months, and we will monitor her kind of status on the diet with the neurologist and the dietitian and the pharmacist in that way. So anyways, people ask me, how do you get your 4-year-old to eat this ketogenic food? And I'm like, okay, the food wasn't an issue. It was the medication that was an issue. And we struggled with the medication because the medication she was on whenever she first started was like a sweet, syrupy type of medication. It had a lot of carbohydrates in it, so we had to switch her from the high carbohydrate medication to a low carbohydrate medication. And the only way you can really achieve that is by switching to medication in a tablet form. So we had to switch her to medication in a tablet form, and she was not having it. So I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with this kid? So one of the things that I came up with was bribing her. I'm not really big on bribing children. This is a disclaimer I want to throw out there. I'm not big on bribing children. But in the name of making sure we get her to eat all of her, take all of her medication and eat all of her food, I will bribe, okay? So some things that I did was I introduced bubbles. Who doesn't love bubbles? If you have a picky 1, 2, 3, 4-year-old, even a 5-year-old, and they love bubbles, okay? If you eat all your food, we can go out and we can play with bubbles, okay? So that was one thing that I did with her. We used bubbles in the hospital a lot. They had a playground on the hospital second floor that we were on. There was a playground, and we were able to go outside and we blew bubbles, and she loved that. So that's one thing that I did. the second thing that I did, and you can do this even for like a child that is potty training, or a child, if you have a 1-year-old and you're trying, or 2-year-old, and you're trying to get them to brush their teeth, you can do this as well. This is a great reward system to kind of get them to see, okay, if I work really hard, I can have this. Okay, guys, this is our reward system that we use in our household. So how this works is, for every ketogenic meal that she finishes in its entirety, she gets to place one of these pom-pom bulbs in the jar. And as you can see, the jar is just about filled. Once the jar is filled, she gets to choose, watch this, guys. She gets to choose one of my handy dandy prizes out of our ketogenic prize box. And I made this ketogenic prize box in hopes of just, it's a good way to help motivate these kids that are kind of picky to eat. And you can do this for picky eaters even. Like I said, you can do this for kids that are potty training. If you're trying to get a kid to brush their teeth, doing these types of things, because you want these things to be a fun experience for them. I wanted the ketogenic diet to be a fun experience for my daughter and for my family. So I have all these different types of toys in here. A paddle ball. We have a watch that she can choose from. We have a Ken doll. She's into Barbies now, so we have a Ken doll. I have all kinds of toys in here. You choose the toys that you feel could be, that could help kind of motivate your child. By the way, I got most of these toys for 75 cents at Walmart after they discounted their Easter supplies for 75% off. I'm really big on, bargain shopping. So that's one of the ways that I get my 4-year-old ketogenic child to eat the food. And drink her drinks, and also to take her medication. Okay, once you finish doing all these things, you can put a pom-pom in the prize jar. Okay, so that's how I do that. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about the ketogenic diet and going back to work. Okay, so as soon as we came home from the hospital, we had family here, and I thought, okay, I'm going to be going back to work Monday. I need to figure out how I'm going to transition myself as well, including Journey, back to daycare, because she goes to daycare. So one of the things I did was I went to our local store, and I got a ton of these jars right here. Here's Journey. Okay, we'll get some mate for you, okay? So one of the things that I got was these neat little jars. And here, go look at this right here really fast for me. Go look at the pictures on it. It has nice pictures on it of you when you were a baby. Sorry, guys. Here, look at the pictures on there. Go back this way to look at them. Okay, that's Journey when she was in the hospital. Here, click on some of those pictures. Yeah, click on it. You can look through them, okay? So one of the things that I invested in was these little glass jars. They're nice. They're easy to clean because they're glass. And once you start the ketogenic diet, oh, I was pregnant there. Here, go here. How about you go over there and look at them? You want to go over there and look at them? Here, if you go this way, and then you can see more pictures. Here, go this way. Okay? So one of the things that I invested in were these glass jars right here. And I love these glass jars because they clean up very nicely. And actually, they're like the perfect jars to store all of your child's ketogenic foods in there. Oh, here, go back this way. Oh, you meant to go back that way. There you go. And then you can, whoopsie. Here, go take some pictures of Barbie and you can come show them. Here, go take some pictures and then come back and show them to me. Okay, look. Okay, cheese. I love it. It's a nice picture. All right, go take some pictures of Barbies and go back and show me what you took, okay? That sounds like a good idea, right? So these jars, they clean up so nicely, and they are the perfect size as well for storing your child's ketogenic foods in them as well. Oh, there's enough battery. Yeah. No. See? Plenty of battery to take pictures. Okay, go take Barbie's pictures and some of your animals. I bet they would love to have a photographer. Yeah. One of the other things that I would recommend using whenever you are sending your child to daycare with these containers. Okay, since your child will have to finish every last drop of meal of their meal, including the butter. If there's like a little teeny tiny, piece of a broccoli floret left in there, they have to finish it all. And I love using these rubber spoons, rubber spatulas. They worked really well for us. And you can just get these at like your local Walmart or like local Target store. Also, one of the things that I have done is me and my husband both, we are very hands-on together with this diet because I believe that teamwork makes the dream work, right? So we do a meal prep day, like Wednesday and like a Sunday. So like today we'll do a meal prep. And we kind of like prepare the meals together. And we'll switch off on the days, and it's worked for us. So try and find a good meal prep day to where you can like prepare all those meals that your child will need for at least a couple of days. Breakfast. Journey gets about 4 meals a day and 2 snacks. She's allowed to have 2 snacks. So we go through quite a bit of these containers. So you may have to get maybe like 30 or so. So we go through quite a bit of these containers because I use about 4 or 5 containers each meal. So if you're going to do a meal prep day, and say, for example, you're going to do like 3 meals, you're going to have to have a lot of containers for that, And of course, it's important to make sure that your daycare provider is on board with this ketogenic diet, and and your kid's going to be on it. So one of the things that I also want to address is when you have a cute little daughter or handsome little man, how we keep the clothes from getting dirty, because this food is like high fat and I don't know about you, but I don't really like buying clothes just to get clothes like messed up, So one of the things that I do that I found that works is I invested in this cool little apron. You can get an apron, child size one. This is an adult size one that I just got from the store. And this is how I keep her clothes from getting dirty and from getting oily all over them. I don't want to have oily clothes and I have to treat clothes and everything else. But just in case you do have a child that gets oil all over their clothes or butter, invest in some of this Blue Dawn dish soap. Okay, so this is going to be your best friend when it comes to cleaning these dishes, cleaning all these ketogenic dishes. You're going to need some Blue Dawn dish soap. I don't mean get the generic kind. I mean get the Blue Dawn dish soap. I love the Blue Dawn dish soap. It works wonderfully. As you can tell, this container was about halfway, a little over halfway, about 7 days ago, and it's down this low now. I use a lot of this. I'm in the kitchen all the time. I felt that it was fitting to record this video in the kitchen because this is where I spend most of my time, is in the kitchen, preparing meals. I love it. I enjoy it though. Anything for our daughter. Going back to work, taking your kid back to daycare. These things are going to be your best friends. This is Beta Quick. It's 100% fat. It has medium chain triglycerides in it. It provides that fat that your child may need whenever they're on the classic ketogenic diet. We love these things. These things are awesome. I literally drunk a box of these. They're called Beta Quick. I believe you have to have a physician's order for them, just because of the company you're in. And these are also covered by insurance. They should be covered by like your insurance company. So I would check into these right here. But they're awesome though. We love these. The next thing that I want to share with you guys is this stuff right here. It's called Keto Cow. This is a 4-to-1 ketogenic drink, and it provides a lot of nutrients. Actually, on the box, it says that it can be used for like a total nutrition type of a supplement. It's ready. It's ready to feed. You know, a 4-to-1 ketogenic ratio. But you can also use it. You know, Journey, she's on a 3-to-1 ratio. You can use it also if you're on a 3-to-1 or a lower ratio. You would just have to calculate it in your keto diet calculator. So we love that as well. And as you can tell, it's a vanilla and it tastes like a vanilla protein shake. I love it. I can like drink 2 of these in one setting. So we get a box of these provided by like a durable medical equipment company, like a home care company. And like I said, those should be covered by your insurance. Okay, so I feel like I've addressed everything that I wanted to address with you guys in this kind of new video, you know, from home. And I welcome any questions, because this is how I see it. We are all in this together. All of us ketogenic moms, and you know, if your child has epilepsy, we're all in this together. In any way that I can provide, you know, my experience, like things that I'm going through, while my daughter is, and while our family is transitioning to this new lifestyle, then I would be happy to help in any kind of way, give advice. So I welcome questions and comments. If you want to subscribe to our channel to catch more videos from our Keto Gone Keto in our Crazy Keto Kitchen, like and subscribe our channel. Thank you guys. Have a great day.